What's going on, Danny Guzman? I see you. J Cash, what's going on? What's that, Routers? Auto detailing. What's up, man? Thank you guys for stopping by. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe now. Appreciate you. What's going on, Strong Freak? What's going on, everybody? How y'all day been? J. Elmore, I see you, big dog. Trying to hurt to get more work, right? Yeah, it's funny. I remember when I was like that, man, when I was always trying to get more work, and then now it's gotten to a point where I get I get too much work, and like it's really to the point now, man. It's like I'm hoping nobody call or nobody slow down and ask me ask me anything. This week, this past week, man, I really went in Really went in, man. I was extremely tired on Saturday. I got up Saturday morning. I did 3 yards. And then when I came home and did my yard, and that was it, man. I was done. I slept off and on for the rest of the day. And then Sunday, I did 3 cars. What's going on, Malik? Yeah, I still get calls during the winter months. That's why, me, Randy, Sporties, G Works, we always talk about advertising. We always talk about the Google and all that type of stuff because, if you use all forms of advertising, like one way of advertising is it's not going to be foolproof. Although you may get more success advertising one way than the other, but you want to use you want to use a multitude. It's kind of like my business. I offer a variety of services, and I got so many stuff that you're gonna need that it's a good chance that somebody's gonna call for something. It's the same thing with advertising. You want to use all of them, especially the free ones. Google, Facebook, uh, Instagram. You have Living Social, Groupon, uh, Angie's List, but that other company, what's the other company that's like Angie's List? They bought out Angie's List. I forgot the name of the company. A guy actually called me for that company this past Monday. Last Monday, actually, he called me. I forgot the name of the company, but stuff like that you want to take full advantage of when you first starting off. You want to take full advantage when you first starting off. Uh, and I'm actually uploading a video right now that that talks about touching cash every day. Talks about touching cash every day and what I mean by touching cash every day. But yeah, Danny, I get calls in the wintertime. You just have to, like I said, the advertising is very, very, very important. Try, always like at least once a week I post something on Instagram. At least once a week. Um, you can promote. You click the promote button. You can click the promote button to draw people to your website. You can also, because it'll ask you, what do you want to do with this promotion? You can draw people to your website. You can get more likes, or you can just run an ad to get people to actually patronize your business. That's and uh, I'm just talking to Randy, and when Randy did the SEO, I learned a lot about the internet and how the internet really works and how these social media sites works. It's all about the analytics. It's all about the numbers. If you got this many likes, this many followers, this many hits, it means something. So, uh, and it's a slow process. It's a process that builds up over time. It's kind of like a 401k. You put money in it. That money makes money. That money makes money. Over a period of time, you grow this small wealth. And it's the same thing with advertising. I've tried them all, and I've gotten business from Google. I've gotten business from Instagram. I've gotten business from uh, which was Facebook. I gotten business from all those type of things. And it's very important, man. You gotta advertise, my friends, because if that can make the difference in your business. This past Sunday, not this Sunday, last Sunday, I pressure washed the house. I did a BMW X5. I left there and I pressure washed the house. That lady called me the Friday before, the Thursday before, She called me, and of course, I asked her how did she find out about me. She said Google. She said she's looking. She said, "Do you pressure wash?" I said yes, and she she was like, "Yeah." She wanted to know how much it costs and this and that. So she kind of wanted to get an estimate. She was selling the home. What's going on, KG? She was selling the home, and she was just wanting to get an estimate on how much it would cost to get it pressure wash. Well, she wanted someone to do it, but she wanted to get a price so she, to see if she can afford it or not. And I asked her the square footage of her home. I told her to send me. I told her to send me her address, and I looked it up. I looked up the house on Google, and I could kind of see what size house it is, and I was able to give her a rough estimate on what it'd be. I went out there. Took me 2 hours. Made $125 in 2 hours, and I was at the house. So that stuff works, man. You got to be consistent with the advertising. You can't just do it one time and sit down. You got to consistently do it. You can spend $10 here, $20 there. Build up your social media following. Every time you do a customer's vehicle, tell them to follow you on Instagram. When you do it for a person's vehicle, tell them to leave you a review on Facebook. And you finish cutting somebody's yard, tell them to leave you a review on Google. Tell them to leave a review on Yelp. I mean, that stuff counts, man. What's going on, JB Truth? I see. So it's like I froze. Okay. Yeah, but that's what you guys want to do, man. The thing also as well is y'all got to enjoy the process. Enjoy the process, man. Don't get discouraged, and don't let it kill your confidence if if you go out there and you start something, you fail. I mean, it's gonna happen, man. You're gonna fail because you're still learning. You're still learning. It's not gonna be easy. Some things are gonna come easy to you. Most things are not. So, you want to make sure that you don't get discouraged when you fail. It's not gonna happen overnight. First year, like I said before, the first year in business, I only made $8,000. I grossed $8,000. That was it. That was it before taxes. So I could tell you how much that's really pretty much nothing, because I probably had five. I probably invested. Well, no, I didn't invest that much. I think I only invested like 500 initially, and then I put some money in after that. But enjoy the process, man. All of that, man. Just take your time and enjoy the build up. Don't be so quick to a lot of people, they started and it doesn't go the way they thought it was going to go, and then they quit. And I made a lot of mistakes, and I learned things along the way. I learned how to do it better. Each year I get better and better and better. At first, when I first started, I was just trying to get customers, get clients, get customers. So I was just running around. I was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Just running around, man. I would have a yard, and I would have a yard 20 miles away. I have a yard 5 miles away. I have a yard 30 miles away this way, and I'm just going every which way. And all I'm doing, I'm just focused on trying to make some money. And then as I started getting more clients, I had to also focus on getting organized and getting a schedule, make sure I, have everything together, because, you may have, I would do stuff crazy. Like I may have a yard, I may pick up a client on a Monday, and I start cutting their yard every Monday. And then I have another yard in the same neighborhood, and I'll be cutting their yard every Wednesday. And I would actually go to that Monday, leave, come back Wednesday in the same neighborhood and do another yard. And then as time went on, I was like, you know what? I need to bunch them all together. I need to make sure if I go here, I need to do every yard that I have over here to save gas, money, and stuff like that. And that stuff matters as the business starts to grow, because if you got a lot of clients and customers, scheduling, your time, all that stuff matters. Um, so don't let that stuff discourage you. When you're working, when you first start off, the winter is coming. The winter comes every year around the same time every year. You know it's coming. Make sure you put that money away. Make sure you put that money away. It's called what business owners call it a reserve. You want to have a reserve so when things dry up, you can still pay bills, and especially if you're full time, you can still pay your business bills as well as your personal bills. Yeah, KG. I actually, me and Sporty's interviewed Miranda on the podcast a few months back. Randy, what's going on, big dog? What you got going, man? You working? You chilling? What's up? What's the best way to build a website? Uh, you got you got Wix, you got GoDaddy, you got a lot of them out there. Randy's on here. Randy, what do you suggest? What is the best way to build a website? I see you, Randy. Yeah, they asking Randy. Got Malik is asking, what's the best way to build a website? I'm not sure about the go to GoDaddy. Yeah, I use Wix, and GWorks actually, as you guys know, GWorks actually started my website, and then I went in there and edited it up. Once I learned how to do it, but it's pretty simple. Uh, the thing is, what I've noticed, a lot of us, we don't have, we don't have, we don't take the time to slow down and sit down and actually figure something out. And every time I just say, you know what? I'm gonna just shut everything off. I'm gonna turn off my phone. I'm gonna turn off the TV. I'm just gonna focus on this right here, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done. And I usually figure it out, just like my website. There were certain things that I wanted after I got the website, because when GWorks did it, I mean, I liked it. But as I started to look at the website and started to just pay attention to it, and once he turned it over to me, I was like, oh, there's some other things I want to do. So I figured it out on my own. I mean, I called him a few times and he helped me with a few things, but the most of the things I just figured out on my own by just sitting there taking my time. Um, so just make sure make sure it's something that you know how to do, and that you know how to maneuver around. And also, Wix, it's not expensive, man. I mean, I think I paid like a little over $200, maybe 250 for the year. And every year you renew it or whatever. But I mean, it makes me look professional. I had a guy to call me. Maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and he was from the BBB, Better Business Bureau, and he was like, yeah, he was trying to sell me a package to where I would be on their website. So if somebody wanted to look me up, better, what Better Business Bureau does is that uh, they basically verify you that you're a legit business. That's what they do. And so, like, if somebody wants to look you up and say, is this a real business? Well, Better Business Bureau has a track record of validating, making sure that business are valid, verifying. So I asked him. I said, "How'd you find out about me?" He was like, "Facebook." He said, and I'm looking on Facebook. I see you got a website. I see you got this. You got photos. You got pictures. You got reviews. You got this. You got that. And he was like, you seem to be a legit business. And so that stuff makes you look professional. And man, I'm telling you, man, I've noticed a big difference since I got my website at the top of the year. It's a big difference, man. It makes me look more legit. When you go on, when someone Googles your name and then they see you have a website, and they can go to your website and look at stuff, and it has photos, videos. It's gonna set you apart from someone who doesn't. Okay. Have you used any chemical guys products? No. Man, when I first started, I bought everything over the counter, AutoZone, uh, Dollar General, Walmart, the typical stuff that everybody use, McGuire's, Mothers, stuff like that. But, ever since I linked up with G-Works and Sporties, I use their chemicals. And I'm going to support my people. I'm gonna use their chemicals and their work. If you watch my videos, I did some Instagram stories this weekend on some cars I did. If y'all watch those videos, if y'all go to my Instagram page and go and look at my stories, you can see how the products work, man. The Bug and Tar, Sporty's Bug and Tar, Sporty's Wool Brightener, G-Works Soap, G-Works Tire Trim Shine, man. He that stuff works, man. I've never used any chemical guys. Yeah, I only promote G-Works and Sporties when it comes to the chemicals, but I do still use chemicals and stuff over the counter because it's been working and I like the way it works, and I continue to use it. But yeah, what brings me to the discussion, man, building business relationships. It's very important, man. Um, a lot of us, I've including myself, I see the trend that I use YouTube as a tool. I use YouTube as a tool to reach people because it's easier to get on here, push a button, I can reach hundreds, thousands, one day millions, and and I noticed when I'm looking on here, I noticed that a lot of people they want to be they want to be friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. Here's the thing: you got people on here with with a lot of knowledge, and you're letting a lot of knowledge go to waste. And I'm not even just talking about YouTube. I'm just talking about in general. If you know someone that have a business, you know someone that may have something that may help you, and you may have something that may help you. Y'all need to trade. You see what I'm saying? Like, the what I bring, all of us, like me, Randy, G Works, Sporties, Tolies, and there's a lot of other people, but those are the people who just come to mind immediately. They have something to offer, and we trade. You see, we trade. Just like certain people have knowledge on certain things, and you can actually build relationship with these people, and y'all can trade y'all ideas, trade y'all knowledge and stuff like that to become better. Um, if I need to know something about, if I need to know something about removing a scratch or compounding a vehicle or something that I'm just don't feel comfortable with, I can call Sporties and say, hey man, this the vehicle I got. I can send them pictures. I can, FaceTime, Google Hangout or whatever, and say, man, here's the vehicle. Show it to him. He can tell me, okay, try this, do this, because he does it all the time. Uh, if I need to know something about, search engine optimization, I can reach out to Randy. Randy is the guy. He knows how that stuff works. He knows that you got to have a website. He knows that, he knows how to get you to be number one on the list, show up on the first page. He knows all of that. And if he has something that he needs, if you have it, y'all could trade that. You see what I'm saying? And those relationships will actually make your business grow, and it will be a part of your success. Because I don't know if I would be doing what I'm doing now and the stuff that I'm doing. I don't think I'll be doing it at this level if it wasn't for people like Randy, G Works, Tolies, Sporties, people like that. Because I didn't seek out, like, we ended up being friends, but I didn't seek out to be their friend. I'm noticing people on here are trying to be friends, or not necessarily trying to be friends. They have their own agenda, and they want to come on your channel, and they want to try to promote their business on your channel as far as YouTube. They want to come on your platform and say, hey, I'm finna put out some videos, come watch my videos. But they're not gonna bring anything to the table. It's about what you can do for them. And so it's kind of like, I could see that, and I just be like, wow. And you could do that. It's not gonna work because you got to put your work in, but it actually makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for you as far as business if you build strong business relationships. Somebody that you can call on, they can call on you. Because see, here's the thing. Some people, most of us, we're doing this business thing. We're very, very, very busy. So if you ain't talking about, like, if it's not gonna, this is how I am. I'm not real big on phone conversations from people from YouTube. If you call, I'll talk to you. Here's the thing. If you're asking me a specific question about something, and I can tell by the way you ask the question and what you say if you truly need help versus you just want to talk on the phone, or or your intentions are not what you're presenting to me initially. I can tell. And I'm gonna get off the phone quick. I'm not gonna waste my time, playing around with somebody that I don't know. For example, what's going on, Miss Coleman? For example, Cutright called, Coleman. Cutright called me. Man, Cutright called me sometime last year. Well, Clean Right. He goes by Clean right now. But he called me sometime last year. And, you know, he called me, we talked. The first time he called me, he was like, man, I like your videos. You know, they inspired me. I like it, how you did it, blah, 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 this, that. We talked a little bit and we got off the phone. Then he started calling me little by little, like, man, I'm really thinking about it, getting into mobile detailing, this, and that. You know, then he'll call me. And then he'll call me and he'll say, he wouldn't call me to ask me questions. He would call me and tell me, what he's already done. That's how I knew he was serious. And that's why me and him built a good relationship over the years. Never met him in person. We talk on the phone just like Sporties. Never met him in person on the phone. G-Works. Never met him in person. And all these other people. But we all talk on the phone. But the thing with Clean Right is that Clean Right is not, he doesn't come in trying to, it's like he goes out, he does his work, he does his research, and he doesn't come to you until he hits a bump in the road. When he hits a bump in the road, he'll come to you and say, hey man, I did this, and this happened. And then I'll say, okay, just do this. See, it's easy for me to give advice to a person like that because all I got to do is just say, do this, do that, tweak this a little bit. And when he does it, he's like, oh man, thank you. And so, you know, it's kind of like you know, what I get out of that is I'm actually helping somebody. And what he's getting out of that is he's growing his business. The knowledge that he's going to gain from all of us, he's going to eventually hand it down to someone else himself. So that's what I tell you guys, just build strong business relationships. All these secret agendas, you know, if you have an agenda, do what you know, if you have an agenda, just be real about it and pursue your agenda. And there won't be no misunderstanding. But when you got people that's coming through and trying to, you know, and I see it's not a lot. I'm not gonna say it's a lot, but it's a few people who come on here and they're not really, they may be washing cars here or there, they may be doing lawns here or there, but they are not really in the business. The reason why I say that is because I can tell by the questions they ask and the way they talk that they're not really in the business. They really want to be successful on YouTube. So they look and they may have, you know, a few subscribers, and they look at your page and they see that you have thousands of subscribers or a few thousand or whatever it may be. And they be like, if I get on his page and, you know, type and put my name out there, then maybe his subscribers will come to my page and I can get some of his subscribers. That's what some people are doing. And that ain't cool. I'm telling you. And anyway, it's not going to work. You're wasting your time. The only way that you're going to build up your subscribers is that if you put in the work. Ask G-Works, ask Sporties, ask Tolies, ask these people. You have to be consistent in anything that you want to do. You have to be consistent, and you have to consistently put the work in. If it's videos, if you want to be YouTube famous and you want to make, you know, you want to make great videos and you want to, you know, you got to, because listen, when I first started my videos, they were not all that. But if you see over a period of time, I've been doing videos for over 3 years now. It's over 3 years now. Next June will be 4 years, or July will be 4 years I've been doing YouTube videos. And consistently, I just been making videos, playing around with the editing. I got better and better. And then the content got better and better. So that's the only way. It's not, you're not gonna find somebody that's doing well and then just attach yourself to that person and think that some of their success is gonna rub off on you. It's not gonna rub off on you unless you put in the work. That's it. I mean, because to me, it doesn't make any sense to be dealing with strangers if the two strangers are not getting nothing out of it. It doesn't make any sense. That's just how I look at it, man. But build real business relationships use each other in a good way though. Use each other. Uh, every chance I get, I'm promoting G-Works stuff. I'm promoting sporty stuff. I buy this stuff. I use it. It works. I show you guys that it works. I wouldn't tell you guys that it works when it doesn't. But every chance I get, sometimes they send me free stuff. Sometimes they don't. If I buy something, they might throw something free in there. Sometimes they don't. I don't expect anything. I genuinely buy this stuff for my business. What's going on, Michael Grant? How do you deal with inconsistent customers? All right, hold on. Let me go back. I'm missing something. Okay. Start a detailed business in the winter. Any advice for the weather? Uh, okay, first of all, in the wintertime, things are going to slow down a little bit. But one thing, the flip side to it is that, hey, close the door, Ashton. The flip side to it is that the cars are getting dirty, but it's too cold for them to clean it. So you may get a few calls because it's too cold outside. Now, here's the thing. People assume that since it's cold outside that you're not washing vehicles. But me, if it's over, I'm just gonna say this: if it's not super windy and if the humidity is up and it's over like 35 degrees, I can work in that weather. What I do is I throw on long johns, double up on socks, uh, waterproof clothing, waterproof boots, so no water touches me. I get water. I hook up my hose to my laundry room and run hot water in my tank, so the water won't be freezing cold and all that. Uh, Make sure that all your equipment you bring it in every night so it doesn't freeze in your van or your truck or whatever. But the biggest thing of all is you got to advertise in the winter as well. You got to advertise in the winter to let people know that you're out here doing cars in the winter, so they can know that you're around. They can call you. So that's my answer for that question. Depending on your equipment, I would maximize equipment potential for business adventures. Okay, I see you. How do you deal with inconsistent customers? Uh, well, dealing with inconsistent customers. I don't deal with inconsistent customers. That's the thing. Why would you want to deal with an inconsistent customer? Don't deal with them. Cut them off. That's how I look at it. Those are not people that you want in your business because inconsistent customer will affect your scheduling. And in the beginning, you may have to put up with stuff. You may have to put up with stuff. You may have to put up with things that you're not going to put up with when business is booming. In the beginning, that's what I did. I dealt with inconsistent customers in the beginning. Like they wouldn't pay on time. They'll tell me the money will be. They'll tell me, I tell them it's $45 to cut their yard. They'll tell me the money will be under be inside the barbecue grill. I look at the barbecue grill. They left me 35. I'm texting them about the 10. They're not responding. They give it to me later. All that type of stuff. As soon as your clientele go up and you're packed full, they're always the first to go. So If you can help it, Emmanuel, don't deal with inconsistent customers. Don't deal with them at all. What's going on, Clean Right? At what point did I decide to start my own business? It was um, it was when I left the police department. It got to a point where I loved my job and I was like I couldn't wait to go to work. I remember I used to work the midnight shift. And like in the wintertime or late fall when it starts to get dark early, and sometimes it can be like 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it feels like it's like 9 o'clock because it's so dark outside. And I would think that it'd be like 9 o'clock. I would look at my watch and it'd be like 7 o'clock, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, it's not 10 o'clock yet." I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to work. Like I loved it. And then once I got deeper into the inner workings of the police department, all the politics, all the shadiness, all that stuff, I just started not to like it anymore. And it got to a point where I would be at work and not want to be there. So but I always was doing little stuff on the side all the time. I was moonlighting or doing lawns or something like that. And one day I went out and I did some bush trimming, some mulch, laid pine straw, cut a few yards. And when I came home, I had like $700. And I remember that's how much my check would be for 2 weeks. That would be a 2 week check when I was in the police department. That's when I was in the academy though. It went up a little more and that'd be like maybe anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 every 2 weeks. Still not a lot of money. But I remember in the academy it was $700 every 2 weeks. And I was like, wow, what I just made in one day what I used to make in 2 weeks. And at that point, that's when I was like, wow, I can really make some money doing this. And, you know, even my wife was like, she encouraged me to do it. So that's when I knew it was time to start my own business. I always wanted to do it. I just thought that you had to have a lot of money. And but once someone gave me another perspective, which was my wife, use your lawnmower you already have. You don't need a zero turn right now because you don't have that many yards anyway. You just starting. Use the lawnmower you have. Use the equipment that you have at home. That's how I started. Right. When it's cold, they're not going out there and doing their cars. And those cars are dirty. They want them clean, especially the inside. And the thing is that there are tricks. There are things that you can do keep yourself warm. There's things that you can do. You can buy those kerosene heaters that you plug in and put the kerosene in. They shoot out like a rocket. You can get one of those. There's so many things that you can do, man. And if you prepare for that type of weather, man, you're gonna make money, man, because most people are not coming out in that type of weather. That most people are gonna shut down and not gonna come out and work at all. So that's why I tell you guys. So I tell you guys that doing what others won't do. Trust me, doing what others won't do. that'll set you apart from the rest. Y'all, excuse me for a minute. I'm trying to change my thumbnail. Trying to change my thumbnail for my video I just dropped. I'm not wasting my time doing all that. Give me a second, guys. All right. Appreciate that, y'all. Man. Stop going by. See. What's happening? No problem, Emmanuel. TNT, what's going on, man? Well, KG Clipper, man, you got to make time if it's something you really want to do. That's only if it's something you really want to do, you know. Make time. Okay, that's dope. Learn how to detail from a collision shop. I mean, all that stuff will work. It just depends on what you want to do. The thing I like about being mobile is that you can go to many communities. That's what I like about being mobile. But if that's something that you want to do, that's just me. But if that's something that you want to do and you got a vision and a plan for it, by all means, go ahead. It'll work. Yeah, it's a good idea. You know, but you have to actually put a plan and prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Yeah, yeah, we got some rain today. We got some rain yesterday, but they're just like little quick showers, and then the sun comes back out. So I mean, I can still get some work done as far as the lawn care. They both winning, exactly. TNT. They both winning. You know, and sometimes even if it's well, sometimes it may seem one sided because you may have somebody who knows absolutely nothing, and they know absolutely anything, and they have like a mentor that's telling them everything. But it's still going both ways because that person is actually able to help someone. You know, because when I've helped someone and someone is doing better because of a few words that I've said, that brings me a lot of joy. And that person can go and go out there and regurgitate that information to someone else. So that we want to but the thing is that I thought about this today because I was checking my spam on my YouTube, and all the people that are just try to hop in there and they try to hop in there and say, hey, come watch my channel and this, and I did that before as well. So I understand you want to be great, but that's not the way. You want to, if you really want to do good videos, how about you just be honest and say, look, man, I do a business, I do it part time, I don't do it all the time, but I want to make YouTube videos. I want to be successful at making YouTube videos. I see that you have a following going on because you share with me, and most people be happy to share that with you. But when you trying to act like you're here for one reason, but the reason you're really here is so the subscribers on the channel can see you, and then that's how you trying to get your foot in the door that way. Like I don't like that. Uh Opinions. My opinion on waterless washing. I don't really care too much for it because it just involves too much. It involves too many rags. Um, I don't know. It just seems like you're limited, because you can't. You just. I mean, I think water smart detailing to be the person that you want to talk to about that. I don't know much about it, but it's just to me. I've never done it before, but I don't think I would like it. So it's just not something that I would do. But there are people that do it. From far as I know about this, you got to have a lot of microfiber tiles. The car cannot be like seriously, seriously dirty or filthy. And me, I'm old school. I like a lot of soap and a lot of water. You know, that's why I know it's clean. It feels clean, and makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing. Q like the letter. I see. Me, I love to start a business. Info on how to do it, but I think I had to start with getting my finances in order with velocity. With velocity banking, using lines of credit to accelerate my debt paid off in record time. I want some over detail, but I just want to get the community behind me to give it a boost. Yeah, but see, what if the community doesn't get behind you? You see, the community don't get behind you, then what? Because when you start a business, and I ask a lot of people that are in that have businesses. I ask them the vision that you had, the way you wanted to do your business, the way. Well, I'm not going to even say the vision. In your mind, you see your business going a certain way, or you do this and this happens, you do that and that happens. But everybody has told me that they got to where they wanted to be. It's like everything they thought it would be, but the process wasn't the way they thought it was going to be. And so, like I said, don't expect everything to go the way you planned it. Because if you think it's going to go a certain way and it doesn't, it may discourage you. So going in expecting the unexpected. I thought that, I could just pass out flyers in my neighborhood, my own neighborhood, and that boom, everybody would jump on it and be calling me. I got zero calls. It took, I say, this neighborhood has like 70 something houses in it, or maybe I think it has 90 something houses in it. And nobody, I think two people, well, actually, nobody responded to my flyers in my neighborhood. But what they did do was a lady saw me out and she was like, "Hey, can you come give me an estimate?" And then once I started doing one, another one came and another one came, but it did not go the way that I expected. Is my point. So don't expect it to go like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this community and this community gonna get behind me," and you just be so hard on that, and then if it doesn't happen, then what? So just going in saying, "I'm gonna try this. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna try that. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna try that." So you won't be discouraged. What's going on, Devon? I see you, Positive Flow Podcast. If a detailed business plan. All right, that's cool, TNT. I see you. Have to trust the process. Exactly. Right. I love it too, man. I love it, man, because it's I mean it ain't nothing like it, man. And I mean I don't even tell people how good I'm doing because some people just don't they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't believe me, man. Like, I had a guy talking, I was talking to a guy a couple years ago, and I was telling him that, I was just basically telling him how we just don't sit down and write things down and look at the numbers. And he was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, you have 300. I told you have 365 days in a year, right? I mean, and we all know this, but it's just that we've been conditioned to a certain way of thinking that we never think about this." I tell him how many. I asked him how many days in a year. He was like 365. I said, "Okay, you have 365 days in a year, right?" I said, "So if you made $100 a day, how much is that?" And he was like, he was like 36,000, you know, 36,500. And I'm like, okay. I said, so what if you make $200 a day? You see what I'm saying? You made about what, 72,000 that year, only making $200 a day. And so I was telling him, well, listen, I mostly cut about 5 yards a day, 4 to 5 yards a day, at $50 a piece. And he was just like, he didn't believe me. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, man. But some people, they just don't believe it. It's possible. I mean, my basic wash is $40. I can pull up to a group wash, or I can pull up to an office building and do 5 for 40 a piece and make 200 and go home. And you'd be surprised. It's a lot of people that are not making $200 a day. They're not making $200 a day. And think about it. You're mobile. The only cost that you have as far as business costs is your vehicle, your equipment, and your supplies, and that ain't a whole lot compared to the money that you're gonna make. That's not a whole lot, you know. And you can be creative with it. So I love it, man. Like, some people don't believe me, man, but like, you know, uh, family and friends have come over, and um, we don't look like we hurting at all. Like and I know some of them. Some of them ask me, "How do I do it?" And I say, "Look, man, I get out here and work. I get out here and work. I'm telling you." I say, "You go to these people are going to their job. They're getting paid $15 to $20 an hour. They bring it home anywhere from $80 to maybe $120 a day, and taxes taken out, and they're not happy at their job." When And I'm talking about 5 yards a day is a easy day for me. Easy day. I can easily do 7 or 8. Easy. I do it all the time. So, like I said, man, it ain't nothing like it, man. I had college, I did all these things, man. But when you go out there in the workforce, you're working for somebody, they have a dream and they're making money as well. They trying to make money as well. So they can't pay you all the money. They can't pay you all the money. They're about making money, so they're only going to pay you a fraction, a small fraction of their profits. That's all they're going to pay you. So, like I said, man, it ain't nothing else like it, man. Like, people, and then people want to jump in and fill your head with stuff. Oh, what about the insurance? What about this? What about that? So you telling me you got a job that you're only making $20,000 or $30,000 a year? You can afford health insurance then. I know you're getting a cheaper rate because it's through the job, but you can afford it then. But you telling me making 70, 80, or $100,000 a year, you can't afford life insurance? I mean, not life insurance. You can't afford health insurance? Man, come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Like I only want to hear that. Ain't gonna stop me from. That's not gonna stop me from going out there and getting it. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. You're not gonna come out the gate making six figures. I didn't come out the gate making six figures. I was making. I told you the first year, $8,000. That was it, man. I felt like I was a failure, but I didn't give up. I didn't give up because the next year I doubled it. The next year I doubled it again. You see? So, just because I wanted it bad enough, I got creative. I started thinking about, what can I do? What can I do to bring in money on a consistent basis? Bring in money consistently. What do I have to do? So I started thinking the winter is coming. Grass is not going to be growing. What can I do? And a lot of the ideas that I got was from the customers because I would be out there working. And they would come out and say, "Hey, do you know someone that can clean my gutters? Can you clean my gutters? Do you clean gutters?" I'm almost fixing my mouth to say no, but then I thought about it. I got a ladder. I got a leaf blower. I got two hands. I got gloves. I can get up there and stick my hand in there and throw the leaves out the gutters. Matter of fact, you want me to do the leaf cleanup? I'm gonna get up there, throw the leaves on the ground because I'm gonna clean up the leaves on the ground anyway. Boom. How much? Should give me $75. Okay, here we go. So now, boom, I'm adding gutter cleaning to my list. Leaf removal to my list. Flower bed cleanup. Planting flowers. When you don't really, you can plant flowers in the winter, but it's not a big thing, but you can. Mulch, pine straw install, pressure washing. When it's cold outside, you really ain't got to touch the water. You just make sure you bundle up, have on warm clothing and waterproof clothing so no water won't splash on you and you get wet out there. You can pressure wash driveways, houses, patios, furniture. It's so much stuff that you can do. Especially in the South, it doesn't get cold like out east. So, Northeast, it gets extremely cold. It doesn't get that cold like that in the South. So you can pretty much work year round, but I had to have a service to offer my customers and clients. And that's how I did it. That's how I did it. So I was just like, man, this is what I'm going to do. And that's how I got more successful because, and things come to me kind of the way my ideas come to me is through something else. Like, I remember during that time frame between like 2010, 2012, because I started my business 2012. So between 2010 and 2012, I was looking at the stock market. I wanted to invest in the stock market because I heard this story about this kid who invested in Nike and that money made him a lot of money over the years. So I was like, man, I want to invest. I didn't understand it. I didn't know what it was all about. So I started doing my research and I started to figure it out on my own. I taught myself and I also, asked questions of people that knew and stuff like that. So, but I wasn't really in the stock market in the beginning. I was in mutual funds for my IRA. And the guy explained it to me. He was like, hey, well, this is the way it works. These mutual funds are vested into a lot of different stocks, a lot of different stuff. And, it's diversified. So what happens is when one thing goes up, something might go down. When something goes down, the other one goes up. So let's say if you invest in, you have a mutual fund, you have a few mutual funds, you invest, you got you some gold, you got you some real estate, you got you some stocks, you may got Nike, Amazon, Netflix, Facebook. Okay, Facebook may drop, Netflix may drop, but Nike, Amazon is up. So those two are is keeping your portfolio balanced out, you know, and then it just fluctuates, but it's always consistent. You might consistently be getting 10% gains, consistently be getting 15% gains, consistently be getting 7% gains over a long period of time. That adds up. Okay, the same thing with my business. That's how I came up with the idea. Diversify my services. So when I'm doing, when lawn care slows down, and then mobile detailing, leaf removal, gutter cleaning, pine straw install, mulch install, bush trimming goes up. You know, when mobile detailing and all those other services I just named goes down, then lawn care brings it back up. So it's just always consistent across the board all the time. Sometimes I have some months where I make a ton of money. Sometimes I have some weeks I make a ton of money, and sometimes I have a week when it's just okay, and sometimes I have some weeks when it's really bad. But at the end, it all balances out. So that's how I looked at it, and so I mean, you guys, I'm not saying offer different services that may not be your thing. You make an offer one service and find you make an offer one service and find a way to do the same thing by offering one service. If you get what I'm saying, but when I'm telling you guys this, I'm just giving you the way I do it, giving you ideas. You don't have to take my ideas word for word and try to go out there and do it for yourself, because there was a reason why I did that. And you got to think about it. For you guys that live in, like the DC, Jersey, Delaware, Virginia, those areas that get super crazy cold, gets a lot of snow, you know, uh, there are going to be some days that you just can't do nothing at all, at all. There are going to be some days you can't do nothing at all. So you have to approach it a little bit different than me, because because I earn nice amount every month because of the weather. The weather doesn't get, we may have one day of snow the whole winter. And I remember consistent winters, no snow at all. Consistent winters, 5 in a row, no wind, no. I mean, not no winter, no snow at all. I quit my job as a detailing supervisor at the dealership in March this year to be my own boss. Got to believe in yourself. Exactly. Yeah, Michael Grant. I had money saved up. Best believe it. I didn't step out on faith. I had money saved up, but I did step out on faith, but not faith alone. I got sense. I had money saved up. Right. Just did $135 2 days ago. Right. Right. So, guys, you make sure, you know, back to the topic though, but make sure that these relationships, man, y'all build relationships. You got suppliers, you got mechanics, you got a lot of people out there that got their own businesses, that got things going on. You want to build relationships with them. If you don't know a lot, find you a mentor that knows, and find you a mentor that knows, something about something, knows a lot, and can put you on the right path. Uh, because to me, I don't get in this business to seek out and make friends. That's not what I do because I got enough friends. But like, don't get it twisted. If we become friends, we just become friends naturally. This is how it goes. But I don't come in this thing trying to be friends. I'm here to build business relationships. And Ashley, bring me a bottle of water. What happened? The TV not working? What happened? Oh, what y'all do? Cut it off? Was it messing up? Oh, okay. But you guys build strong relationships, man. Just like me, Sporties G Works, we build often. Like we always building, talking to one another, sharing what we did, what we learned, and what we did. And if it wasn't for people like Randy, G Works, and Sporties, my social media presence. Well, I'm not gonna even say my social media presence. My internet presence wouldn't be where it is today, and it's growing every day. I've gotten two new reviews over the past what 2 weeks? No, over the past week. I got the lady that called me on Google. I pressure washed her house. I got a review from her, and then I got a review from a longtime customer. I got a review from a longtime customer yesterday. So it's just bit by bit. It's kind of like putting money into a savings account, or putting money into the stock market. You buy a couple of shares here, next month you buy a couple of shares there. You just keep putting into it, and over a year it just builds up and builds up. Now you have this big, strong foundation, and can't nothing knock it down because over a long period of time you've built it up and it's solidified. It's cemented in. You can't destroy it. You know. What's going on, JS Mobile? But yeah, guys, I ain't gonna keep you on here long. Another thing, y'all guys check out my video. I just dropped a video like an hour ago. It is called it's called what is it called? It's a 2016 BMW X5 and Ford F-150 King Ranch and touching cash every day. What you think about ceramic coating? Yeah, I've done one, and I did it last November, and I did her reload. I think I did a reload. Maybe it was 6 months after, so I don't remember the exact date. But I mean, it's pretty cool. But excuse me, I haven't gotten to that demographic. I haven't really tapped into that demographic that is into cars that much where they will spend $800-900 for a detail, because to them it's just a car wash at the end of the day. I don't care if you're doing paint correction, all this type of stuff. They just gonna look at it as a car wash and trying to get someone to pay for a ceramic coating, for that price. Because the prices that you got to charge for doing that, especially if you got to do some paint correction before you seal it up, it can almost be a price of a paint job or close to a price of a paint job, or putting in a alternator or air compressor or something like that. When you go over $200, over $300 for anything dealing with washing a car or detailing the car, people expected some mechanic work for those type of prices. So is for me, I'm just talking about for me, is I haven't tapped into that demographic. And now I know I'm into that demographic that can afford it, but they're not into their cars like that, if you know what I'm saying. They're not into their cars like that. Like, people who will do ceramic coating is more likely like a car lover, not an everyday driver. It's like a car lover love ceramic coating that has nice vehicles that they customize and put wheels and nice sound systems in it, and they want to seal it in so they don't get any swirl marks, or they just want to seal it, keep the car's lusters for as long as they can. Editing software, I use Microsoft Movie Maker. I forgot which version of Microsoft I got. Ashton, which version of Microsoft do I have? I got Windows 10. So I have Windows 10. So if you have Windows 10, you can download Windows Movie Maker. It's free. And I've been using that for the past 3 years. And it's real simple. It doesn't give you a lot of options, but if you study it and learn it, you can figure out stuff. Like, you can make things happen. I do it all the time. I can change up stuff and flip stuff around because I've learned how to manipulate it. So, but eventually I'm going to upgrade to something else. I heard that the iMovie and all the Apple software and stuff like that is like excellent for making like beats and videos. So I'll be upgrading to that eventually. Might give me a Mac and start just like really getting into the videos. But that's what I use right now, man. I just went in, found the software, I saw that it worked. You can download music on it. You can upload music to the software, but you can't edit the music. The only thing you can do is, if it's a certain part of the music that you like, you can cut the parts that you don't want and leave the part that you like and just loop it. You can do that, but it doesn't even have a looping feature. You have to actually You have to actually cut it. What? Who's what? I don't know. But you can, you got to actually splice it and join it together perfectly to where it sounds like it's looping right. So it's not like like these softwares where you can do a lot of manipulation and do a lot of, you can change a lot of stuff. It's not like that, but the Windows Movie Maker is pretty good. That's where I make my videos from. I've gotten real good at it. So when I know when I do upgrade, it's gonna be a challenge to learn something new. But the biggest thing with us is that sitting down, because you say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, but it's hard for us to sit down and focus and just say, you know what, I'm gonna block everything out and I'm gonna learn all I can learn today on this. That's the hardest thing. But at the time when I started making the videos, I had a little time and I really got real good at making them. Uh, what was it? The late fall to the early spring 2016, 2017. That's when I really got good at making the videos around that time because I had a lot of off days because of the weather. And so I would just sit at home and just make videos, make videos, make videos. I got some videos that I made that I didn't like them. I didn't like them, so I didn't put them out. I didn't like them, so but it was good because the experience that I got. And actually what I need to work on is my camera footage. That's what I really need to work on and get better cameras and get certain things to where I can get better angles and different little, zooming in, zooming out, holding the camera more steadier, getting a better camera so it doesn't be shaky. It's a lot of things. It's a lot to it. It's a whole lot to it. So if you guys are interested in doing videos, do your research on it. If that's what you coming on YouTube to do, if you're coming on YouTube to do that, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But if that's your agenda, come in full force with that agenda. Don't try to act like you're doing something else and try to sneak in from the back door and hop on somebody else's channel and try to, do it that way. You can do it. It won't. I tried it. It's not gonna work. I hopped on this guy's channel. I saw that he had at the time he had 8,000 subscribers. I didn't even have 100. So I was like, hey, subscribe to my channel. Y'all come subscribe to my channel. I put the link and everything. And I got called out for it. So, but I mean, did I get a few subscribers? I get a few people to come to my channel? Yeah, but overall, all my subscribers, all my views came from my hard work and dedication. And that's what I did. I stepped my game up. I buckled down. I learned how to do it. What's going on, A&R? But that's what I did, So, right. You got Windows 10 already. See, the thing is that, and we all do this. I've been doing it for years. These cell phones, these computers can do so much more than we use it for. You spend all this money, just think about it, for years. Spend all these money on cell phones. You spend all these money on cell phones and you go through the phone and all you do is, you text, you might look at YouTube, you might you might go to Instagram, Facebook, scroll up, scroll down, swipe left, swipe right, and you put your phone down. Man, this phone helps my business so much. I can advertise through this phone. I got my schedule in this phone. I have my spreadsheet on this phone. This can do so much with these smartphones, whether it's an Android, iPhone, whatever you have. You can do so much with it. You can some of these iPhones, you can film videos and edit it from the phone. Right. And so, but the thing is that when you make videos, what's your content gonna be about? You see? So it ain't for everybody. You know, you seeing somebody doing it. Do you want to do it, or do you want to do it because that's something that you want to do, or you want to do it because you see somebody else doing it? And that's how we do. That's how we figure out a lot of stuff. We see somebody else doing it, and we get inspired. Then we want to do it. And I mean, that's how I did it. I was watching other YouTubers. It wasn't lawn care or detailing, but I watched other YouTubers, and I was like, man, I like that. That's pretty cool. I want to make me, I want to make me some videos and stuff like that. But I didn't know what content to put out there. I didn't know what, I didn't know what I want to use, where I was going to get my content from. Because think about it, when you start doing it, you got to be consistent to be successful at it. So you got to have content. You got to have content. So what I was doing was, I was like, man, what was I watching? I was watching like lawn care videos, and I was seeing how those guys was like just vlogging about their day to day. So I was like, wow, I can do that. I can do my day to day. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my day to day. But when I do a video, it's going to be a production. It's going to be a production. It's not going to be. It's gonna be a production. It's not going to be. I'm not going to be walking around with the camera the whole time, shaky camera and talking and this and that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to put my spin to it. So when I do one, it's going to be a production with nice video angles, nice video angles and music, and then I'm gonna have some content, and then I'm gonna drop a little advice from my perspective. Not necessarily advice, but just basically what I'm going through, and hopefully somebody's going through the same thing, and we can share how we both handled it, by leaving comment and all that. But that's how it happened for me. But you got to have content. The thing is that just putting up videos just for the sake of saying I dropped a video, and then like nobody's gonna watch it, because when people get on YouTube, they're searching detailing, car wash, mobile detailing, how to change an alternator, how to change it. You got to put something out there that you know, people are looking for. You see what I'm saying? So there are people looking for how to polish, but you don't have to call your video how to polish. You can just put polish in your video. You can put two-step, one-step polish on a Ford Mustang. So the people that are looking for Ford Mustangs are going to stumble up on your channel. The people who are looking about polishing are going to stumble up on your channel. And then when you have good content, like when you have and then you have good content on top of that, plus other things, you may get you a subscriber that wasn't even trying to subscribe. You get somebody that was just coming in to look for Ford Mustangs, or coming in looking for polishing, and they like your channel. They like the person on the channel, and then they like, okay, I'm subscribed. Now you got some subscribers, and everything starts to grow. YouTube works just like the search engine, just like the search engine optimization. It works the same way. The more views you get, the more videos. It's like this. The more videos you put out, the more chance you got for somebody to see your videos. The more chance you got somebody to see your videos, the more chance you get people to subscribe. The more subscribers you have, the better chance that when you drop a video, you're gonna get more views. You see what I'm saying? Because when a subscriber subscribes to your channel and hit the notification bell, every time you drop a video, they get a notification. So they hop on and they watch your video. So then once you, like in the past, when I first started, you can monetize and make money off the videos with 0 subscribers. But YouTube stepped their game up, so you have to step your game up. Now you have to have 1,000 subscribers to even monetize your videos now, because I think they're doing this because they want to kind of weed out. They want to kind of weed out people that use clickbait. They want to weed out people that are not serious. They're just throwing up videos here and there. So yeah, you could throw up a video, but we're not paying you for it. They looking for people that are serious. So if you got at least 1,000 subscribers, and if for any of you that's making YouTube videos, you know that it's very difficult to get that first 1,000. It took me 18 months. I know some people it took them 8 months, but it took me 18 months just to get 1,000. And so yeah, you guys make sure if that's what you want to do, just call it. Just but the thing about it is you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself if you want to do these YouTube videos, and just say, this is what I want. Like, I'm not washing cars every day. I'm not working every day. But every now and then I do a detail. Every now and then I cut a lawn. Every now and then I pressure wash a house. But I just want to be successful on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a lane that they can go. If you could just figure out what you're good at and focus on that as it pertains to YouTube, you can be great at it. Junkman 2000, he didn't detail cars every day. Junkman 2000 had a 9 to 5 job. He didn't detail cars every day. And this man got thousands, a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. I haven't looked at his channel in a while, but I know he has a lot of. I seen videos back then, 5 years ago, when he had 100,000 views back then, and he didn't do it every day. It's a lot of stuff you could do out there. Because I see people, they get on YouTube and they lie. They get on YouTube and try to act like they're full-time or they a full-time business owner and they doing this, doing that. They lie. You don't have to lie. You can just say, man, I do it on the weekends. I do it part-time. I do it on the side. It's some people that don't detail at all. They know how, but they don't do it. They don't do it part-time or full-time, but they know a lot about it. But you can do stuff like, you can do product reviews. You go to the junkyard, buy you a hood or a door or a trunk, and get you some horses and sit that thing on the horse and try out products. Show people how to polish. Show people if you got the knowledge that can do that. People will watch that. You know how many people that don't know nothing about detailing? People will watch that. But go on YouTube. Look at the videos that get the most views. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you one. And I don't usually just give out, but I'm gonna give y'all this. I'm gonna tell you a title that you can put on a video, but don't clickbait it. Don't put this title as video and this is what your video about. A lawn care setup or a detail setup. If you do a YouTube video that says lawn care setup or detail setup, I guarantee you get a lot of views. I guarantee you get a lot of views. Because people, when they come into the business, what are they looking for? They're looking for a detail setup. Do I need a pump? Do I need a pump, or do I just need to? Can I do it at gravity fed? What type of generator do I need? Would this generator turn on this vacuum cleaner? This, all this stuff that you guys are doing every day. You can make a video on it, and then put a little something to it. Don't just go and make a video just like okay, here's my setup. Here's my water tank. Here's my pressure washer. It's on the trailer. Here's my truck. Okay, I'm out. No. Put a little music to it. Put a little music to it. Start off by, like, if you got a video talking about your setup, start off with the setup, right? That's going to bring everybody in. They may watch the setup, and then after they see the setup, they may cut it off, but you still got the view. But then for the people that ain't got nothing to do, then you can kind of show them into your lifestyle. Like, Yeah, I'm about to go get my hair cut, or I'm about to go to the movies, or I'm about to go do this, or look what car I got to do today. Look at the cars that I did this week. Look at the stuff that I'm doing today. You could do that. And so now you're bringing them in with a topic. See, like me, so if you get let's say, like, for instance, like what I do, if you look at my title, if you look at my last video says 2016 BMW, and then it says Ford F-150 King Ranch, right? So people that are looking for BMWs, or looking for, or type in Ford, or type in BMW or King Ranch, my video has a chance of popping up, right? Okay, because those are well-known names. BMW is a well-known name. And then, but the real topic of my video is touch cash every day. That's the real topic of my video. But I pull you in with BMW, and I pull you in with Ford F-150, because those are more recognizable than touching cash every day, right? And even the word cash pull in people, because if people talk about how to earn extra cash, how to make money, that'll probably bring them into that video as well. So when they see that, that brings them in. So they're like, oh, what's this about? And on my thumbnail, I'm gonna have a BMW sitting right there in your face, or a Ford F-150 right there in your face in the thumbnail. So they click on the thumbnail, and then they be like, whoa, what's this? They see, boom. But as soon as you hit the video, I'm going to have either the Ford F-150 as soon as you turn on the video, or the BMW as soon as you turn the video, so they can know it's not clickbait. And so when they see that, they like, okay. And you see them washing the car, and I got the music in the background. Now they looking, and they're like, okay. Then I talk a little bit. Then I throw it up. Then I give you some more. I give you some more excitement. Boom, you watching that. Okay, that's cool. Then I talk a little bit more. Then I throw you something else. You see what I'm saying? So it's a method to it. It's a method to it. So I hope that helps y'all, man. But like Sporty said, like G-Work said, go to the app, go to your little app store, find a free one, get the one with all the stars, get the one with the 4 or 5 stars on it, get that one, play around with it. Because I know a lot of you guys, y'all on YouTube, y'all hopping on my channel to watch me go live, or y'all subscribe, and when I drop a video, y'all watching. Y'all want to make videos too? Make them. You see what I'm saying? Make them. If I can help, send me a comment, send me an email, and but the thing is that I'm not gonna do it for you. Is what I'm saying, and I don't mean you want me to make your video for you. What I mean is I'm not gonna just sit there and just tell you, okay, step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3. You got to do your own due diligence. I can tell if you did your own due diligence, because I can tell by the way you asked the question. Once you ask the question, and I know, okay, this person doing this due diligence, I can give you where you stuck it. You see? But that's just how things go. Well, I hope that helps you guys, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. Y'all be cool. Shouts out to the new wave. I am working on a new design for the t-shirts. Let me show you guys right quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. I got to do the screen share. I'm working around with it. I got to get some. As a matter of fact, I can get y'all advice on it. Y'all be honest. I'm gonna pull up the screen share. All right, this is what I'm working on, guys. If y'all can see that, it ain't really all that. I'm still playing around with it. I like the wave right here. I like the wave. Now, this right here, the new wave, this little text right here, I'm not sure about it. I'm still playing around with it, man. You guys let me know what you think. And I'm still playing around with it. What happened was we actually had a nice logo. Uh, the guy never sent me the file. And I haven't heard from him. But I didn't send him any money. I didn't do it, but he said he would do it for free. I was going to send him some money, but I didn't. But he just never got back with me. And I asked him to send me the file. He never sent me the file. He sent me a picture of it, a file that I can't download or anything, but I can actually view it. And I like it, but I said I was going to just try to screenshot it and use it anyway, but somebody told me that don't use it because if it blows up, you know, he may try to turn around and sue me for it because it's not officially mine. So that's why I hadn't done it. That's why I hadn't done it yet. So uh, what's going on, Water Smart Detailing? But y'all ain't saying that, man. What y'all think about it? I like the new wave text. I just don't like the I like the new wave text. I just don't like the hashtag. It don't I might need to just take the hashtag off of that. Yeah, what y'all think about that? I'm asking. Honest opinion. Well, I guess y'all don't like it. Ain't nobody saying that. What's up? It looks clean and simple. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with it. I'm really, I ain't too confident about it. Anybody else? The hashtag throws it off a bit. Yeah. Cause the hashtag, like I use the same text in the hashtag, but it don't but like on the back of the shirts, it's gonna have on the back of the shirts, it's gonna have everybody's logo. Yeah, I just took off the hashtag, but I'm gonna play around with it. Actually, I'm gonna actually get a guy to work on it to help me work on it a little bit. But I'm not a graphic designer. That was something I worked up today. It took me like 10 minutes to work it up or less. So nobody else got nothing to say about it. I guess y'all don't like it, huh? I ain't never seen nobody. I ain't never seen y'all this quiet on here. Canvas. Okay. Canvas. Okay. All right. Well, I'm out. See you guys in the future. It's free. So it's called Canva, Canva. All right. I'm gonna check into it. No S. Okay. All right, Randy. All right, I'm out, y'all. Catch you guys in the future. Peace.